How the Camel Got His Hump by Rudyard Kipling. In the beginning of years, when the world was so new and all, and the animals were just beginning to work for man, Camel lived in the middle of a howling desert because he did not want to work. He ate sticks and thorns and tamarisks and milkweed and prickles. And when anybody spoke to him, he said, "Humph," just humph, and no more. The horse came to him on Monday morning with a saddle on his back and a bit in his mouth and said, "Camel, come out and trot like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the horse went away and told the man. Presently the dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and said, "Camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the dog went away and told the man. Finally the ox came to him with a yoke on his neck and said, "Camel, come and plow like the rest of us." "Humph," said the camel, and the ox went away and told the man. At the end of the day the man called the horse and the dog and the ox together and said, "I'm very sorry for you, but the camel can't work or he would have been here by now, so I'm going to leave him alone, and you must work double time to make up for it." That made them very angry, and they met on the edge of the desert, and the camel came chewing on milkweed and laughed at them. Then he said, "Humph," and went away again. A genie, who was in charge of all deserts, arrived in a cloud of dust, and he stopped to chat with the horse, the dog, and the ox. "Genie of all deserts," said the horse, "is it right for anyone to be lazy?" "Certainly not," said the genie. "Well," said the horse, "there's a camel in the middle of your desert, and he hasn't done a stroke of work since Monday morning." "Whew," said the genie, whistling. "What does he say about it?" "He says, 'Humph,'" says the dog, "and he won't fetch or carry." "Does he say anything else?" "Only 'humph,' and he won't plow," said the ox. "Very good," said the genie. "I'll humph him if you will kindly wait a minute." The genie rolled himself up in his dust cloak, took a trip across the desert, and found the camel looking at his own reflection in a pool of water. "My long and bubbling friend," said the genie, "what's this I hear of your doing no work?" "Humph," said the camel. The genie sat down with his chin in his hand and began to think of great magic, while the camel looked at his own reflection in the pool of water. "You've given the horse, the dog, and the ox extra work, all on account of your laziness," said the genie. "Humph," said the camel. "I shouldn't say that again if I were you," said the genie. "You might say it once too often. Bubbles, I want you to work." And the camel said, "Humph," again. No sooner had he said it than his back began puffing up into a great, big, lolloping humph. "Do you see that?" said the genie. "That's your very own humph that you've brought upon your own self by not working. Today is Thursday, and you've done no work since Monday when the work began. Now you're going to work." "How can I," said the camel, "with this humph on my back?" "That was made on purpose," said the genie, "because you missed those 3 days. You will be able to work now for 3 days without eating because you can live on your humph. Come out of the desert and get to work. Behave yourself." And the camel went away to join the horse, the dog, and the ox. From that day forward, the camel wore a humph. We call it a hump now, not to hurt his